Hello.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a Speed Simpsons race Diamond BORT group between Falco and Beige. I am Axington123. Joining me today is my co-commentator, Being of Universe.
Hello.
I hope everyone's doing well today. It's going to be a pretty fun race, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
We have someone kind of more unknown in the community in Beige, and someone who's been around for a while, Falco. Going to be quite interesting to see what goes down. 200 versus 60, so pretty much the two biggest, two main things, high and low FPS, I guess.
Yeah.
The highest you get, you get someone on 46, but most of the time, the lowest you get is 60, and you get a few runners on 200.
Yeah, so you'd expect Beige to get out to an early lead due to the high FPS.
For sure. I think we're almost ready to go.
I'm ready, Freddy.
Has there been 46 versus 225?
No, but IGTP is on 225 and C2D is on 46. Which is why I said, the one you'd most likely see as the biggest gap is 60, 200, because they're both, meta things rather than, Yeah. Anyway, are both runners ready?
Ready, Freddy.
I'm all good.
Okay, so Being, if you'd like to count us down.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Jojo.
GL.
And they're off.
And away we mow.
Indeed.
Somebody beat me to a prediction.
I can no longer do them because I'm no longer a restreamer.
Being.
I trust my computer even less than I did last year, and I didn't really trust it then.
That's fair.
I think I'm going to get a new computer at the end of this year.
Oh man, the load there for Falco was something.
Does he have limit on loads on or something? Or is it just long? I mean, I know I've accidentally had it on before when testing stuff. Beige failing to get the vend is just gonna get it on foot. I'm not really sure I agree with that decision.
It's not good CPS, really.
Yeah. So Falco is gonna get out to a small lead, and I think you're gonna see the timer gap. The load difference is gonna start to really
Extend.
Yeah, I don't know. Words are words. Words are hard.
I feel like Beige, if he was going to lose that time to get that vend, you'd want to get a power plant vend, or even Cletus box would probably be better CPS than the vend to go. Ooh, that was a bit of a spear there, a bit of a rugby tackle. Just poke him out.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of things that you can make up that vend, even if you really insist on having the coins that are just slower, that are just faster than actually just getting that vend on foot like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, right now Falco does have I don't know, probably an 8-9 second lead or something.
Which is unusual for low FPS, but also the slowness of the vend really,
The vend and the traffic.
Yeah,
definitely.
So there is a couple
caused...
despawns you can do for that car.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know the specifics of them, but
I like just after I leave I get the box, and just as I'm about to start my ascent to the Crusty Blast, if you look back, it despawns traffic there. Similar to when you go to the Crusty Blast before turn to the school, if you look back there, it's usually the traffic is a lot nicer.
yeah, and I think you see these little knowledge things that Bej might not know that just kind of come through, lots of experience or watching other runners. And I think Bej has moved up the boards pretty quickly, so he's quite skilled, but maybe not as knowledgeable as, say, Falco.
Yeah, I think that's what I've noticed a lot with like some of the new runners the ones who like quickly climb the boards are very good at the game, but some of their like game knowledge is kind of lacking in areas, and it's not like the main strat areas. It's watching them do the finer details of things. You kind of notice a couple of small errors and it's nothing major, but also backups to things are usually slower as well, because they just haven't been in a position where they're needing to practice the backups because they're getting so good so fast.
Yeah. If you get armored truck 95% of the time and you reset the other 5%, then, who cares, right?
Yeah, you never...
Knowing a backup isn't very useful when doing runs, but it is useful when doing a race.
Yes, for sure. And, you see some people just restarting for the armored truck, and it's like, what if you then miss it again? Like, yes, you've got a chance, but you're not going to save any time because of a long drive.
Yeah, really, like, even a very slow backup is realistically faster than restarting armored truck just because of how long the drive is. We do see a bit of a difference in strat here between Bej and Falco for Smithers. Bej is going to go for some kind of Plow King strat, and Falco is going for the Badger Blast.
That makes sense based off the FPS. I think most traffic car users now just go for the Badger Blast.
It's faster. And it's not like it's that much harder, and unless you're like fairly inexperienced, it's not really that much useful to like have a less frail car. Like if you're liable to miss it frequently and have to back it up, then maybe, but for most runners above, I'd say like 145 or so, that's probably not the case. I think Falco lost lines there.
I think I'm one of the only runners who prefers minivan Badger Blast to use.
I don't really feel a difference, but I have barely done runs since the strat was discovered.
Falco not hitting that cycle. Gonna be slightly disappointed there.
Yeah.
I feel like Badger Blast seems scarier than it actually is.
Yeah, that pretty much if you... I mean, I've definitely failed it while actually getting this strat, but that's only happened maybe like once or twice. It's not really that problematic.
I feel like with the minivan, if you do Badger Blast, you can just slam him in with a lot more confidence.
Yeah.
It's got slightly more health, which kind of helps in that strat. Oh. The funniest thing is, the year before Badger Blast was found, I swore that the school bus could do that strat quite consistently, and I worked out now it's because the school bus is the one which is most likely to get hit from a car from behind when things stop. Yeah. I don't know why. It just does. Like, whenever there's usually something which bumps into it, and that's why it was working for me. I just never put 2 and 2 together, and then Badger came around and did it, and I was like, huh, okay.
Well, The thing was, like, I was there when Badger Blast was discovered, and it actually related to how, because like Badger kept getting it consistently, and you know Keithram, I think I was off doing something else at the time. Keithram was noticing, like, wait a minute, why are you blowing up the car every single time? And it's because he had save states on, and he was getting this one traffic car consistently that had been hit by another car.
Yeah.
And I had actually, again, this was around the time that we were messing around with Ghost Car, and I'd figured out what had caused Ghost Car and how like it relates to also being hit by a traffic car. Also, like traffic cars being like hit by other things. And then Amber later that day figured out that ground pounds work, which I still kicking myself that I never thought of that. Anyways, both to FBI after that tangent.
I think it's quite an interesting like bit of history of like how strats came about and how one person can have one idea and then people come together and kind of like as a community build it, because years ago Croc had like similar found something.
It's still weird. So I actually did figure out what causes that. So there's a function somewhere in the vehicle class that literally says something like beef up traffic car hit points when user driving, and that's exactly what it does. But it doesn't do it when it doesn't do it when there's damage on the vehicle. It only does it when it's fully healed. So like, when you pick up the traffic car with a little bit of damage, I'm not sure why Beige reset there. It won't have healed, and you get the idea.
I don't either. That was a very weird reset. It probably just a missed input, honestly.
Yeah, this is not a great bone storm for Beige, I think.
I don't think that reset helped at all. I think he probably just slipped.
Slip of the finger. I'm not sure. It does happen. Falco getting this Ven, which can be kind of scary in the sense that it's really hard to get the shortcut while also getting the Ven in the car.
I don't like that Ven. I feel like that Ven's a trap, honestly.
Yeah. So when you so wrenches heal it to where it like the traffic car should be, but like the traffic cars are so weak normally that the beef up function will it'll add a point of health to it that it wouldn't normally have. I don't know if I didn't explain that right the first time, I think. Am I making sense?
No. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like normally it would be like, say when you initially enter it, it's 100%, but if it has damage before you enter it, it'll be at like 30%. And getting a wrench will only beef it up to that 30%.
More or less, yeah.
Like in layman's terms, it's
yeah. That's a good way of putting it, I think. Yeah, and it like the thing is, it doesn't do this like for traffic cars specific. It like literally lists a bunch of traffic cars, including a couple of the unused ones, which is kind of funny. It's like if your car is this or this or this or this or this.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't fix it all the way is the idea. Like to all where it normally would be if you picked it up.
Because it doesn't get rid of the I'm guessing it doesn't get rid of like buff or whatever, or just
it doesn't add the buff. Yeah. The idea is that like, you know, you can't just get out and get in and then heal your traffic car.
That makes sense. Veg having a decent enough lead out of Formula 1, which makes sense considering the FPS differences.
Yeah, I think despite the early lead for Falco, I think the FPS really did allow Beige to catch up, just not really doing anything.
Ooh, Beige not getting a sports car.
Yeah, not quickly. That was a pretty late sports car spawn, especially compared to Falco's, who got theirs right at the start.
Edge just got unlucky. You got the courthouse spawn, which, my understanding, that's the one which is GG.
Yeah, if you get into the court, I tend to just grab the honor roller at that point.
That's what he did. He did
Yeah.
what he should.
It's time for some road rage. BORT racing style. Children weren't meant to get this much exercise.
Taxi's really getting away of the runners. This really is a Falco race.
Whee! Off for BORT! All right. One does.
They're struggling to get back in the car a little bit.
Just give me
The camera angle there is so weird. The camera angle in this game, like, depending on where you get out, if there's a like pedestrian or NPC near you, it can really mess up the camera angle. And then when you flick from one perspective to the next, like from without doing anything, you kind of just move and camera changes because you're no longer seeing that NPC, and that it's just so weird.
Yeah, as Bej runs over Ralph.
And
A little
then
bit.
there's sometimes when you go into a building and it'll just run you the wrong way.
Yeah. The camera in this game is very badly designed. I actually think it's like one of the more broken things, considering there's literally two different forms of camera pan skip that are entirely unrelated.
Yeah, one's very complicated, one isn't.
Yeah. And we discovered the complicated one first, because that's us.
Yeah.
And also, Falco runs over Ralph as well, even worse than Bej did.
And then there's two like small variants of I guess it's the same sort of thing as fixed camera things, but one you sort of go into a doorway. Oh, Bej.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Just the sports car just drove him by.
Yeah.
Always annoying.
I gotta play BORT. You got
So yeah, there's a 30-second lead, but Falco has probably made up a little bit of time because of
tired.
on a roller not getting it quickly, and then just some camera issues and sports car issues here, like.
Well, let's see how this dirt jump goes for Bej. Very good. Almost practically textbook. Well, the sports car also drives Falco by. Falco, of course, refusing to get into the taxi.
Mine. All mine.
I think that was slightly better than Bej's.
If I didn't play so many video games, I'd be in better shape. You're all mine. That's totally awesome. No biggie.
As long as we don't see any ghost car glitch style things in this race, I won't be triggered.
I don't think there will be, because I'm pretty sure both were just they were just grabbed off of traffic instead of. What is happening with that black van?
Gotta work off my gut.
Oh, I got a ghost car glitch in 2-4 in my race.
Yeah. The key thing is that if the car gets if you grab a car that's gotten hit by something, that's when you can get ghost car glitch.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not very good at communicating. If you
Yeah, so I
glitches
got
to the
it in
community.
the race versus Ty, and I just felt like it was really unlucky, and now it sounds like I was even more unlucky.
You could have controlled it.
Cost $900.
I could have, but
You just have to have the proper knowledge.
I'm sorry.
Then again, I've run into it knowing that
Hey, kid.
exactly what causes it. So you know,
Just don't mash action.
yeah, that's honestly the advice I'd normally give, because it's hard to understand like the nuances of what like exactly causes it. We still don't fully know
Bart Simpson at your service.
like why that happens.
I think it's interesting how much knowledge we have of the game, though. Now, compared to like 2 years ago, our understanding of the fundamentals is so much bigger, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like, you know, in 2 years from now, we'll be saying the same thing about now, honestly.
Maybe. I think we found so much, but at some point, like, will we find more? I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm sure we'll find more, but I get what you mean, that there's, like, diminishing returns when it comes to knowledge.
I think two years ago at this point, we still hadn't got the source code yet. I think it came...
I think so. I think it'd be, like, next month, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think so. And that kind of solidified a lot of information that people didn't know, or like crossed the I's, dotted the T's about things that people were theorizing.
Yeah, in a few cases.
It also did lead to a possibility of a coin glitch if you were really, 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 really lucky.
Yeah, if you're able to set up 16 objects to get run over it all at once.
I think it's 17.
It's,
I
yeah,
think
it's
it was
17. You're right, it's 17, because the list contains 16, I believe.
Yeah, so you can technically get coin glitch, but did we find a suitable version of it? Hell no.
Of course not. Why would we ever find that?
Yeah.
Useful things. Nah.
But
we never find useful things.
I still think it's wild, but one of the like biggest thing, one of the like most solid things in this game is coins.
Oh my god, I just realized Falco has mini-map glitch. Thanks, Pegasus, for pointing that out.
I haven't seen that very often.
In fact, I want to say Falco has gotten it in this exact mission before.
Something blames.
I think for Better Than Beef, it's not too bad because it's a forced car mission.
Ooh.
Although I think I have a theory about this glitch that possibly relates to what's happening on screen right now. I think the player is like displaced. That could be causing issues. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But I do think it's possible that that escape failed because of that glitch. I can't like confirm that obviously, but
why? What happens if he gets out of his car?
Well, if he gets out of the car, he gets thrown to God knows where.
He goes to Alabama.
Basically, yes.
The more you know.
Yeah. It's been seen a few times. It's
no,
just...
I definitely have it. I've just never got out of my car. I think I've had it in Better Than Beef before. Yeah.
I think he'd get... That sounds right. He'd probably get sent to the origin or near it. But I'm not but it is possible that like he like gets displaced and like the player is still moving relative to the car. I don't fully understand, but I...
No sign skip there for Falco.
Yeah.
Here's your last. No problemo.
Yeah, I know the origin for BART 1 is like directly under the shortcut area near the dirt jump. It's like literally like right next to the elevator of shame.
That is detailed. I hope that was expensive.
That was a decent first car, I believe, for Beige. there's a race going on.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. We're not just talking about this game for its brokenness.
Eat asphalt eaters.
For sure. Ooh,
That
this
is
isn't
not
good.
an ideal
Ooh.
second car. He does get it after a bit.
I can do it. Whoa!
Do you know what I think this game needs? This community needs? A triple elimination randomizer tournament.
You enjoy torturing us all, don't you, Exy?
But everyone who has a run over boards has to enter legally. If you got an IM, entered. Got a full game run, entered.
Automatic transmission. Take
615 by the fire truck. This is probably like what? Like a low 60X stadium?
Yeah, I really like the fact that we have like a better base for
601.
yeah, a better base like judgment level for sellouts now.
Oh no! Beige misses cutscene skip.
Oh,
Truckosaurus is some kind of truck slash dinosaur. I never would have guessed.
This can give Falco the opportunity to catch up a bit. I think he'd still be behind though.
I think so, but like, that's what you run the risk with playing on 200, really.
Yeah. Like this is the area where you need to really build up. I think for Beige's perspective, this is the area where you need to build up a lead because you know, you play on 200 to get those really fast early games and to do those really tough Homer 2 strats. And in a race, you can't really rely on the ladder. This has not been a great sellouts for Falco either. Is this third car or fourth car?
Fourth car. Slightly better, 620.
Yeah, in about the same place. So this is probably like what, a mid 60X?
Probably maybe a 607. No, not 607, 604.
Yeah,
604.
604.
It would have been like a 606 had he not like got caught on the traffic.
Yeah, still a few seconds better.
He needs it. Yes. He
Yeah,
does it.
which he did get.
Yeah. So, interestingly, I always had more issue getting BORT 1 cutscene skip on 60 than I do 150.
That's kind of fascinating, and I don't really fully understand like cutscene skip frame timings.
Because I swear on 60 my like accuracy was like 30% and now it's like 85% on 150.
Hmm.
And that can't just be because I'm bad, because I'd still be bad.
Hey, maybe you got better at it, and then I don't know. You started getting better at it towards the end, and then you got me. Falco going for 3-1 beach and is gonna get out on foot to get this wasp.
I don't
That's
agree with
definitely
that.
an interesting choice. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's definitely a CPS check right there.
Like, coins were good without it, realistically.
Yeah.
Hello, Springfield.
I guess it kind of lets them skip quest to do, but
I mean, some people prefer that, but getting out to get the wasp is kind of,
yeah.
I think, a little sketchy. I think going for 3-1 beach might make
Fine.
sense.
It
Like,
has
it's
a higher chance of the wasp being a freebie, I think, because the Kremlin's car is higher than the Malibu. So therefore it will hit the
Yeah.
cycled better, but getting out is a questionable decision.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for a raid, Tone Dog. Catch your raiders up on the race so far. We basically just talk about the source code and the lore of the game for most of it. But Bedge is ahead by only a few seconds, most likely, because although timer says a minute out of part 1, we did get a missed cutscene skip, which is why the asterisk is there.
Yeah. I actually didn't catch that. Yes. What's part 1 cutscene? Like 55 seconds or something?
It's 55, but I swear you lose like a second or two menuing as well after.
Yeah, I could buy that. So it's got like the extra, it's got like the extra like
Little
menu, where you have to press the
Yeah.
buttons. So probably, like. Either way, like, basically tied, practically, depending on how they've been driving so far.
Yeah, I feel like it's like probably 56 seconds of time loss. I don't think I ever lose exactly 55.
Yeah.
I think it is usually like 56, 57 just because of the thing, so yeah.
Yeah, but like the cutscene has a defined length because it's a literal video. And
yeah, for sure.
You can check the length of that video. I may go do that one day, check the exact like frame count of the video. Dej really struggling with the wall there.
I don't know what flat meat is, but you
It's
know.
roadkill.
I don't know if I'd enjoy that. I think I'm gonna go back vegetarian, to be honest.
About the same bones, not bones, I say bone storm. Bonfire.
Yeah, about the same bone storm.
I think they did have about the same bone storm, but that was a while ago.
A couple minutes. I like these like middle of the night matches where like there's not that much action. There's just you can just speak a lot more about like the wider things about the game rather than like. Not
yeah, nobody cares because nobody's awake anyway.
Yeah. we can nerd out about him.
Who is it? I mean, like, who else is commentating this?
Who else is being awake at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Americans, Brits with insane sleep schedules, maybe a couple Aussies. LCplFalco is really struggling with these rocks here. It's just gonna get out and get these on foot. I mean, I can't say that I completely blame him, but no, I think just buying the bus would have been better.
Not just that, Otto was over rocks. So you speak to Otto, when you go to the coins, then you just walk away.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
It's 7 p.m. in Freedom Land. I don't see
it is 10:30 in Freedom Land. Thank you very much.
Hello, Springfield.
Depends what part of Freedom Land you're in.
Yeah.
I think you're like, if you're 5 hours, it's like East Coast.
Yeah, there's 5 hours difference with the East Coast. I think like 8 with West Coast, and any more than that, you live in Alaska or Hawaii, and I don't think we have any of those.
Then I think 7 mountain or is 6 mountain?
7 is mountain, 6 is central.
6 is central, yeah. Okay. I was pretty sure it was 7 was mountain and 6 was central, but I always get those two mixed up.
Yeah, no, it's we have a surprising amount of mountain runners, given that it's not a very populated portion of the country.
Yeah. I think
We have-
BAM is mountain.
Bam is and Guff is. At least. I think there might be another one too.
Thank goodness for seatbelts. Easy as pie. The number, that is.
Whereas we're boring, we just have one.
The time for
Hey, at least you're better than like parts of Western Europe, which for some reason uses like Central European time. Why the hell does Spain use Central European time? Somebody please explain that to me. Or Arizona is weird because they don't use daylight savings time.
Eyes on the road, jerk. What? Now you'll never be fried and served with tartar sauce.
Yeah,
Except for the Navajo reservation, which does, which is confusing.
Spain should be the same as Portugal, but it's not.
Yeah, you would think.
But on a map, UK is Western Europe.
Like, Spain is literally to the west of the UK, and yet it uses a more eastern time zone. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
It's more like direct south slash a little southwest, but yeah, it's the same point. Like,
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
no sense.
It depends
It's
on
like-
where in Spain you are, but yeah.
Yeah, you're in like Barcelona, then yeah, but then you know, it all depends.
Yeah. Like, I understand
Hey.
trying to keep a consistent time, at least somewhat, for, like, you know, to follow political boundaries, because it's easier that way. But,
It's weird that Spain and Portugal are different time zones. We
yeah.
have a Malibu, limo.
I don't think this is gonna work.
No,
Yeah,
I
he's
was
gonna
gonna
restart.
say.
This
I'm
is
not-
fairly hard and fairly rare. I think only a handful of like top runners tend to do this. I don't
Yeah.
think this is gonna work once again. So this is.
I think Doc also does it.
I mean, I guess if you learned it that way, then that's one thing. But it's definitely something to learn.
I just feel like Mr. Plow is so much nicer.
Yeah, it's heavier and thus can move the limo easier.
And it's not much slower. Like, realistically, it's not that big of a time save. Like, you know.
I think I imagine that doing it, you have to do that optimally to get the time save for Malibu.
Yeah. Like, yes, it's optimally faster, but like,
It's like,
you really want it.
yeah, you're in. There's a reason that only a handful of top runners tend to do it for the most part.
I'll do my best.
Like, you couldn't force Mr. Plow Limo to work in a lot of circumstances that you'd never get Malibu to work.
Well, Falco can make up some time there while he's doing school bus limo. I don't think that's gonna work. Got a big hit. Liquid and Camo. I thought one of the other like top runners did it. I thought like Bacon did it or something. I don't know off the top of my head.
Chief Wiggle.
I'm surprised Homo of Steel doesn't. You'd have thought Homo of Steel would, just because.
I thought he might have, but I wasn't as sure about him. Bez is going for this backup. That's pretty good.
This is how I wanted it to go versus Greeny.
I
That's
imagine
not
it
how
got
it
somewhere
went.
else.
Well, you know like the little wall where you can jump over where Wiggum is, like next to Wiggum. You got that
Yeah.
little wall. Well, he ended up on the other side of that low wall, so I just hopped the wall after getting the 10th donut.
Hmm.
Oh, getting the wasp. Kind of risky, but yeah.
Oh, we failed.
Falco failed. That's not.
Did Falco go
that
for
bad.
ESS and boat jump? Or ESS and neighbors?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, that's... You don't really see that a lot nowadays, because that can be pretty scary, and most of the top runners do the new route now. So, it's interesting to see that here. ESS neighbors is pretty easy.
Okay, Homo Steel also does Malibu looking at his PB. The Bacon does it, Homo Steel does it. Basically, if you're a top runner, you do it.
Does Kelvin do it, or does he still do Mr. Plow?
I'll check Calvin now.
Yeah. Falco getting a backup here, although trying for the strat, not gonna get it. I think that garbage truck actually saved Falco there. I'm not sure where it came from or why it did what it did, but it did work. Calvin does Mr. Plow.
Not a bad donut truck. If you can kind of keep the donut truck in the vicinity, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I think it only loses like 15 seconds or so to a good donut fire. So that's another one of those little knowledge things that I think Bej didn't realize. The fast iris swipes into the Canyon Arrow.
Ah, I'm sure
The famed fast iris swipes, one of my few useful discoveries. I have to talk about it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be having words with Bedge after this run.
I absolutely will. Definitely. I will not just be... I don't know, I'm probably not going to bed right after this.
Okay, and
it's only 10:45.
Oh, nice.
There's another 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours in the day.
There's 5 collect missions in March.
Yeah, you collect a lot of things.
Yeah,
you drive around the map a lot too, like.
But imagine if you had to run this instead.
I'll be honest, I actually kind of like Marge for some reason as a level. I feel like I'm probably the only one.
I'm gonna poo enjoyer. Low key, a poo's the best level, and then BORT 1.
BORT 1? Oh, come on.
What's more satisfying than a good sellout? 2-1.
What's less satisfying than bad sellouts? And Bej, he went for the boost strap, but got caught by the wheel.
Bad cycle. That's unfortunate because I think he had enough speed and everything there. I think
And
Bej was the
see
one
Falco going for fast iris wipes, which will save him like less than half a second over Bej.
I just feel like, if I remember correctly, Bej was the one who found Boost. I think he randomly came in one day and was just like, "It's a strat."
I thought it was, yeah, it might have been Bej, yeah. It was. I thought it was Hamster, but yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that one was Bej.
Yeah. I think he was quite new at the time too.
Yeah, I think so. It was Bej. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, that's a. he has collectively saved more time in like his, I don't know, year or less than here than I have in my 3 years.
Hey, what do you mean? You found an amazing all card strat that will never
Basically
be
can't be
replicated.
replicated, yes. But yeah.
I still, that run was insane. Hopping on a wasp to get hot dog just because you didn't realize you couldn't jump across.
Yep.
Landing on a wasp and just being like, okay. Oh, what a Wiggum escape.
I'll do my best.
I was not paying attention to that Wiggum escape.
Oh,
Wait, which Wiggum is?
Wiggum race.
Oh. I also discovered.
I think you beat me using your strat after I got it by using your strat.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's still faster. It's just bad.
It's just dumb.
Yes. Just go for it, forehead.
I spent ages just grinding 2-1-2-2 just so it would be a legitimate console.
I'm pretty sure there was a point where I was just actually doing the strat because I discovered it and felt that I should do it. And then I realized this is terrible, and I lost so many runs to 2-2.
So it looks like there's a huge difference, but like, and there is a decent chunk of difference, but their timers are a 4-4 apart. So realistic, and maybe even a little more actually, yeah. It's basically a 4-4 plus 10 seconds apart. So, Falco looks like he's a decent chunk behind, but he's not as far as we think.
Yeah, this is probably like what, a couple minutes into Wolves for Bej? Or so? So it's like, yeah, probably about 2 minutes or so. That'd be a good guess. We'll see. Bej does get busted here. That's basically an unavoidable. It's a near unavoidable bust. Minute 10. Maybe I'm overcounting. Maybe I underestimated how much of Wolves was left.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of wolves that it's hard to.
46-14 going into the cutscene. Let's see if we can remember that.
For the last freaking time, tell me about the crop circle.
And yes, we do see crop circles.
Crap circles. So it was a minute 12 going into Wolves.
Oh, I didn't notice.
So yeah. I just looked at their splits now.
Okay.
It was a minute 12. So yeah.
So yeah, that minute 10 was pretty accurate.
It's hard sometimes to work out based on like, we've got this, but this is the timer desync and this. And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
The sizable. I was kind of trying to allude to that at the beginning of the race, but failed to find the words for it. The timer desync could make it difficult to determine who's ahead and by how much. Pej deciding to look at the can before grabbing it. You never know what it might be
What it
hiding.
might be. I mean, it could be anything. Could even be a boat.
I saw 47:21 going into the cutscene, so
46:10, I think you said. So yeah, it's pretty much stayed minute 10 minutes.
yeah. I thought I said 46:14, but you could very well be correct.
Honestly, it could be 46:14. It could be 46:10. I don't remember anymore.
My memory is pretty bad. Oh, Bej, not able to get onto the gas station roof.
Oh, just skimmed it. Clicked his heel. Oh, we have a good restream of switching it to Spanish just for the cutscene.
Let's go.
That's what it's all about. This is why he's a top tier guy.
This is why you love late night races.
You wouldn't see this on a 6 p.m. broadcast.
Yeah. only the good stuff for 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
I generally think this is the most I've spoken in depth about a game in a race, though.
It's same. This is one of the few times I've ever gotten to like be the explainer of things, and it turns out I'm bad at it.
Falco is like 30 seconds green on PB, and Bej is like just under 30 seconds red. So considering that PBs are like 3 minutes apart, it kind of like lessens that gap, and it's kind of been a race where there hasn't been that many mistakes made, and pretty much everyone is just playing okay. Like Falco's obviously playing a little better than his skill. Oh!
Gets the red blazer, but misses the box.
We got a red blazer.
Yeah, I think we are seeing the sort of FPS and skill differences come into play in this early game.
But I do think Falco is like holding his own here.
Yeah. Like, they're doing quite well. I mean, being 30 seconds green is never anything to sneeze at.
We know I love a good sneeze.
Falco really struggling with this wasp here.
Not the best second truck there for Bej, but I feel like the second one is the least consequential of the good color trucks.
Probably. It's first or second, I think. I think like the second, if you get it by like the end of the Burns' Manor section, then you're pretty much golden. Like, that doesn't really lose much time. But if it goes beyond that, it does wind around, and you can't take the shortcut. This is not a good third truck for Bej either.
No, this like leaves an opening for Falco. Obviously, Falco has to have a good color trucks now, but
I'm not sure what this is, but it's not working.
Whatever it was on Bej's end worked.
Just gonna go for hedge, which is successful. So yeah, about maybe slightly worse than Bej, but that's fine, right?
I don't think as we said, I don't think it really matters how the first car went for Falco that much. It was mostly second and third.
Yeah.
His first, like, I go for church strat, and I got like a 2:55 today. Like, you can get decent times for our level. Like,
yeah, you're just as liable to lose whatever you gain from like driving or whatever Not
Yeah.
sure why Falco started to push, forever before he was supposed to, but this is not really going to end super well, I think. This is going to lose time because of the way this is set up. Falco probably could leave it at this point because it actually will damage itself, but most runners opt to basically make sure that it's near dead.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of spoiled any advantage, right? Their best. And it's cool to see, like, Falco's on form. Falco came to race. Falco knows that without any uncertainty, if Falco wins this, Falco goes through.
Oh, that could have been a really good strat, but unfortunately it was at a bad angle.
Yeah. If Falco wins, Falco progresses to the next round. Whereas if Falco loses, it's gonna go to a three-way. It might go to a three-way tie, I think.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of this group.
So basically, because Pelican's done three races and has one win. Edge has done one race, has one win, and Finn has done 2 races, 1 win. If Falco wins this, then he's on 2 wins, and only one of Veg and Falco can also match him on 2 because they got to face each other. If that makes sense.
Somewhat.
Basically, if Falco wins, there's only, like, both Veg or Finn could also get 2 wins, but they can't both.
Yeah, they can only go 2 and 1. Only one
Yeah.
of the two can go 2 and 1.
Yeah, so Falco will go through. Whereas if he loses, Veg will be through. Veg will be through. And then if Finn beats Veg in the next race, Finn will top the group because they're head-to-head on 2 and 1. Veg will be second on 2 and 1. If Veg wins against Finn, then it's a 3-way tie between Finn, Falco, and Pelican, as long as Veg wins the next 2. And Pelican sub 130 in a race, so it all depends. So got a good starting point.
Yeah, a lot of these groups have been coming down to like the tiebreakers.
So interestingly, Veg is now green. I don't like Veg's coins. Early hospital is the only way, I think.
Yeah, I guess early courthouse could have also worked, but that's scary. Yeah, this won't be enough.
I don't like this play just because it's not enough.
Yeah, maybe no, you can't really hit 7 things. It's not pleasant to hit 7 things. If it was a few less, yeah, you're still one point short.
Yeah. I'd just go early hospital, honestly.
At that point, yeah.
7 was just
some
too
other
many.
bombs early. As Falco gets a car bomb.
And talking about 7 is too much, we're now on to 8 is too much.
Indeed. Not a great start to Baby Van. And it looks bad.
Yeah. We were talking earlier about like what's the worst Baby Van to have, and I genuinely I stick to my guns. It's a one which is like, oh my god, got gazebo.
Gazebo strat, let's go. This actually might be difficult because it's hard to get into the gazebo, but it's still cool.
It's cool, but it's tragic.
It's actually bad.
Okay.
Reg is actually really struggling to get into the gazebo.
Okay, I take it back. This is now my least favorite baby van.
He needs one more drop, and he can't get into the gazebo fast enough to get it.
Oh my god.
There we go. Wow, that was
gonna say,
rough.
please don't let him fail.
Yeah. That was a pretty disastrous baby van, and that gives Falco an opportunity to catch up, even with a mediocre baby van.
Yeah, so he was 17 seconds red going into baby van. 2 seconds green, then 17 seconds red. Now he's a minute 11.
Ooh. Yeah, I imagine that. You could see he was pretty tilted at that, and I can see why.
He's just gotta like shake it off and keep his head in the game.
Yeah. If he doesn't, then Falco could win. Falco does get the wasp here. Falco's coins are quite good.
5-4 is notorious of being a trap mission. If you're not like fully focused, you're failing 5-4.
Yeah.
If you like lose focus for a second,
you can hit about 5 traffic cars and you're screwed.
Yeah. I wonder if Falco is also gonna go for gazebo strat.
I hope not. I don't think that would end well for them.
I really want to see double gazebo baby van. Instead, going for donut baby.
Yeah, this has not been great so far as Falco continues to run into a tree.
One might say that's a tremendous mistake.
It is. It really is. This is a strat. I'm not sure if it's any better than. I think it's a little better than yeah, it's a bit better than Beges, but it's still not great.
Yeah, Beges was a 147. Falco's is a 130, so that's 17 seconds better.
Yeah.
There's now a minute 15 in it. After Color Trucks, there was almost 2 minutes in it, so Falco definitely having the kinda start to Apu.
Bej, I think, started that push a little early, and so ran the garbage truck into the wall. Yeah, the timer gap has now increased to over a minute.
Oh boy, 4 a.m. and I'm here commentating.
Are you enjoying yourself, Axie?
No comment.
We will take that as a yes, because
I'm contractually obliged
I'm forced
to
make you continue commentating. It's part of the contract.
But I hit my quota.
Yep.
Falco trying desperately to get wasps, but coins are pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, are we gonna see highway push? Is this it?
No, I don't think that's gonna work. You need to push Wiggum.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Falco didn't really understand how the strat works because you need to keep pushing Wiggum down that way. So
I was
so
gonna
he-
say, I've seen most people like push him farther in.
Yeah, I think that because I think it would have worked, or at least could have. Really, in that case, that just wasted time.
Yeah. It like nearly worked, but unfortunately.
Yeah, like
eh.
like I said, I think if he pushed him down the highway, it would have probably worked. Because he went pretty far. Yeah, that might be the case, Doc. I have no idea. I've never really done the strat. Yeah, why is Snake in the pothole? That's a good question.
Why not? That was a beautiful push.
Yeah. Falco looking back way far and nearly missed the drop because of it.
The old look.
This is a very risky. Yeah, this is a bit of a risky strat in this case because, I mean, it seems to be working.
I used to do that all the time, and it's like you kind of get used to it, but you miss a couple of drops a couple of times, and then you're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do this anymore.
I mean, it worked. 321 last drop. That's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, case of Q strats. Some old school stuff there. We are seeing the sadly warp. Oh no, Falco falls off.
We see where Saskatchewan slipped.
Yep. Can lose you a lot of time. It's not the end of the world because generally you have enough time in this mission to
I
make
blame,
it up. If you fall off like 2 or 3 times, it's very plausible to fail.
Yeah, for sure. I blame Dick Dastardly. I think he butted up that pole.
The Wasp had followed Falco. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, he's gonna get it here.
That's actually pretty fortunate.
Yeah. It's in. I think it's in, but it might be stuck. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about 200 FPS armored truck.
All I know is
it's doing damage to itself, so
90% of the time it'll get stuck on 200 is all I know.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it does seem to be doing damage to itself, so it does actually seem to be working. Although Beige is inspecting it closely to make sure that it doesn't get stuck.
I would have just gotten for Wasp and gone the other way. Like 455 coins is not what I'd want here.
That's. Well, he has the courthouse box already, doesn't he? I think that's just coin grind territory, isn't it?
Kind of, I think, yeah.
Yeah, because
then again, I'm not sure one Wasp would necessarily change it, but I think it might.
I think that would put it in like Critch Wasp territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get a few points here and there from hitting stuff.
He's only really got one more box to go, and Critch Wasp plus Venge.
It's not gonna be enough for this, yeah.
No.
Like it's gonna, well, yeah, it's gonna put it up to like 500 or so, which is like
530.
Or yeah, I meant the gazebo box. I think you could like make that work with like reversing into the Vend, but that's just with like 500 coins. Yeah, again, a couple more.
Wait, he already has gazebo box, doesn't he? Because of yeah.
Oh, and
Because
I was
of
right. I
the
forgot he had
baby van.
Gazebo Box. So yeah, he's gonna get Gazebo Wasp, or gonna try to and fail.
Wasp is awful. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a coin
TQ
grind.
Falco, no brick skip. True. Brick skip is the most important
Oh my
strat in the entire game. But
That was
Vej
so
tried to get
unfortunate.
a God Curator, but just not working out.
He
He's gonna
had
go
it.
for
He
the
just
backup,
clipped the
which
lion.
does succeed.
Clipped
As
the lion
Falco goes for
statue.
Armored Truck, and Vej goes for Cutscene Skip. Oh, wow. Although Falco goes early on Armored Truck, mitigating some of that potential advantage. I'm not
Tries to
sure
go
what
for
Falco is
backup.
doing, but
There's a backup. You can slide him up there on 60, which isn't really the way to do it because you want to like commit a lot earlier to that backup. But it is a thing, and I think he was trying to get it without like knowing per se, and that just damaged his car. Like
yeah.
realistically,
I think there's like a highway backup that I sometimes go for, where you slide him on like where you slide the armor truck on like the highway.
yeah.
I think that backup is just so much better and easier, and like you don't lose that much time, and in the grand scheme of things, it's a backup anyway.
I know it's a cliche, but ay caramba!
This
It
isn't the
is
worst
better to
backup.
back up armored truck because it takes so long to get back to where you are. Yeah, basically never restart armored truck. I think Falco would be, yeah, Falco's okay, damage wise.
Yeah, Falco's house was a bit risky, but
Yeah, that was an okay backup. There's
we gonna
definitely worse
see-
backups out there.
are we gonna see the save? Edge doesn't know the Caleb strats.
No, I don't think so.
Destroying themselves and their town. Delivering big space ratings for foolish earthlings.
Snake just going flying.
Got to prevent the aliens from putting laser guns in the hands of cola-drunk townspeople.
Why? That sounds hilarious. I'd watch that show.
I tell you what, you're a bad little boy.
Well, hopefully for Falco, we won't be seeing Migusta today.
Come again.
Oh, didn't do the save. You gotta do the save.
Apu. Automan.
Yeah, Falco's coins are okay.
Not a great God Curator, no.
Charlie horse.
Trying to make something out of this, it's nearly
Okay.
destroyed. And we'll just kind of try to hit it. I don't think that was the right choice, though.
No,
It's getting away from them.
like it's kind of disappointing for them, but
I don't remember these being.
yeah, he just messed it up a little.
Oh, hopefully they get cutscenes here. We're on 60, so it should be a bit easier.
Lousy laws of physics.
Bit late, but it works.
60. You can pause like 10 years later. You can
I
literally
know,
take
it's
a
great.
nap and
It is
still hit
possible
it.
to miss. I've definitely missed it before. Bej is going for Critch Wasp. Again, I don't think there's enough coins to make that work. This will only be like, 570 something? Almost 580.
I just don't think, like, you're never gonna hit enough things.
I think Falco missed the Ven, which is not ideal.
Now Falco will need Critch Wasp as well.
Yeah. They wouldn't have needed Critch Wasp before, but now they do.
Oh yeah. I totally
Unless they really want to hit a bunch of things.
meant to get this much
Which is
extra
very
sauce.
scary. I suspect you won't be doing that.
Okay, Bed's just doing a
Just give me a second.
coin grind.
to catch
Yeah. Okay.
Doing yeah,
that.
I think you should just commit to the whole coin grind at that point. Like you're already in there, just get the coins.
Yeah.
Like you basically are set at that point.
Fine by me. Let's hit the town.
Now Bej is gonna have to worry about, you know, coins.
Depleting. Need
I mean,
sugar.
yes, you're going for 6-2 Krusty Lou, but you might as well have again just committed to the coin grind in general.
Yeah, I just feel like commit.
Yep.
Whee!
Falco is apparently over 30 has Falco's actually taking the lead thanks to that Apu cutscene skip miss, despite the armored truck and curator.
Yeah,
Apu
so
cutscene just takes so long.
I just know
Sorry.
Falco was 14 seconds ahead after 6-1.
Yeah. I think the coin grind added some of that.
Yeah. So I just don't know why Badge didn't coin grind the entire room because
my
Well, that's going back to that knowledge thing where you were.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like it does feel like common sense to just, you know, get the whole room, but you don't necessarily think about it in the moment if you don't have to do it that often.
for sure, yeah.
more.
Also bored.
Perfection. Thy name is Bart. No problemo.
Crazy Globex action there.
Out of my way, man. Take that.
BORT again.
Oh, this is too cool for school.
So many boards.
It's true. Apparently 1441 versus 140 or 11441 versus 11405. I'm guessing starting set 6-3.
Yeah, finishing 6-2, yeah.
One of the two, yeah.
Yeah, it's finishing 6-2.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention to the times.
I have a split up, so I
Oh, okay. That
I'm
makes
checking.
Oh, my skull. My beautiful skull. Whoa, wicked.
Yeah, we're on to something of a difficult mission to talk about.
6-3. Every time I see a 6-3, I'm just reminded of Vapo. He just wants to eat his cake, man.
Yeah, it is generally considered something of an easy and somewhat boring mission as Falco talks to the squeaky voice team.
Keep my dust.
I feel like it's similar to 5-4 though. If you take your finger off the gas and just try and autopilot it, like you can get smacked by traffic quite easily and just fail the mission.
I think it's easier than 5-4, but I see what you mean. Yeah, because Frank does drive pretty fast,
Time for some road rage.
and like, yeah, you get hit by traffic enough for, you know, you aren't paying attention.
Yeah. I think
You can just, you know, fail and lose a lot of time depending on where Frank
especially
is.
like the first loop by the like arcade and stuff past like Wally Weasel, if you get caught up there or you get stuck on a traffic car, like trying to get the vents and stuff. You can easily fail that. And on the final loop, when he's going towards the observatory, like we saw Greeny today almost fail after getting that vent. To fit the comic book guy's store.
That's the Krusty Burger, isn't it, or the Noiseland?
Probably, yeah. Krusty Burger, yeah. I forget
Fish
which
did
one.
Get
Not
armored truck, Duff Truck, quite well, and tried to get the Wasp using the Wasp cycle, but was unable to do so. As Falco approaches Duff Truck himself, and gets it quite well, as well.
That's important because at the moment, Bedge is trying to claw his way back into the game, trying to get momentum, trying to like really bring back some of the stuff that he was missing.
Yeah, that's a very good FMJ. Speaking of which, you know, so
Bedge
went over.
that
Was very close, I think, to running over Skinner.
Yeah, Bedge.
I wait a little bit longer. I mean, it's not that long you need to wait in the grand scheme of things, but it does. Okay, that seems to work. Maybe not as good as Bedge's, but that's absolutely fine. You know, you're pretty happy with that. I don't know if Falco is still on PB pace.
No.
No.
Our best possible time is currently 1 second ahead of PB.
Ah. And what shows me how much I pay attention.
So he did also gold Duff Truck. Duff Truck.
Duff Truck, let's go.
They both golded it, which is actually really cool to see. You rarely see like 2 runners gold the same mission.
It's I named by 6-4 split.
Duff Truck.
I'm pretty sure that's a misstatement that has been made by plenty a runner, plenty a commentator.
Probably, yeah.
As Bedge expertly gets boat jump.
And the crowd goes wild. Coming at ya.
Bedge's coins are fine. But we'll still probably need neighbors.
You got it.
Drink guff. I don't want to drink guff.
I wanted a peanut.
You're all mine.
Nothing lasts forever. Eat my dust eater.
Woo, nice one.
Son of a. Woohoo! All right.
Hey, eyes on the road, Garrett. I don't remember these being here before. Eat asphalt.
Falco is gonna get the rest of Krusty Lou. That is in a similar coin situation to Bedge.
Edge with a cutscene needs this one, surely. Oh,
and doesn't
no.
get it. All 3 missed.
Oh my god.
We're getting the lore today.
Now our all-purpose evil cola is spreading underground through your water supply. It will wake the dead. Zombies will rise from the grave and devour the living. And our ratings will rise. Rise to levels unseen since the heyday of evening shade.
We've technically seen 6 cutscenes on Bedge's side.
Yeah, The intro cutscene, the 3 lore cutscenes, and then the 2 unskippable.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? Zombies eating brains? Oh, this is gonna rock.
Will we see the 7th?
I would hope so. Hopefully we're not seeing a DNF today.
It's crashing time.
A couple of runners like get the final cutscene skip and just not play the cutscene.
Yeah. And Falco does get cutscene skip,
I broke something. Let's do this thing.
which makes 3 for 3, I believe, for him. So, yeah, really showing that those cutscenes matter. Yeah, there were 16 seconds between them until
Oh,
the
yeah.
cutscene, and now there's about a minute.
There really wasn't much, but I think, I hate to say it, but I think it's Falco's to lose at this point.
I mean, a minute difference, yeah, I think so. I don't think Bej is like any kind of super expert in Homer 2, as I'm aware. So,
Not that I'm aware, but
yeah, I mean, it's possible. I don't actually know. I mean, at 200, we could be seeing 7-2. But I think even that doesn't save like that much in theory. Like,
no.
but obviously it prevents 7-3 shenanigans, which can happen even at even on 60.
Hey, you there. Sweet. I would like to
We'll see. I assume Bej is not gonna do. Yeah, Bej. Oh no, Bej is letting the alien car get ahead, so I don't think Bej is gonna do something like really crazy, but it's possible. Because you see a few runners do that thing where like they're really close to the alien car when they do 7-2,
Yeah.
but
I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel like
maybe.
he's zooming now.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
in his PB splits, I think he does 7-2, but I'm not 100% sure. Because
Yeah, he's getting out ahead
Yeah,
of it now. He's definitely doing
Yeah.
7-2, yeah. So he does do that thing where okay. I thought he might not.
is he gonna get it?
That looks good.
Oh, now I have a wedgie.
Oh yeah. Oh. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of like.
Right now, I'm a little mean bee thingy.
Did he intentionally take damage there?
You might be going for 7-4.
That's
Five
what
zombie
I was
car.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I'm bored of this level. In your face.
yeah,
I'm glad
we're seeing the ground pound.
Let's do this thing.
Then this makes it interesting because
Yeah,
suddenly it
and
goes
well,
from
we're
like,
seeing 7-3. Okay, we're seeing 7-3 super speedy. This does make it, yeah, this absolutely makes it interesting, because this is the kind of stuff that really brings a... I think he went for super speedy, but I'm not sure he actually succeeded.
get out of the path of the track.
So if that did
I
not
didn't
feel very
feel
fast.
super speedy.
Yeah. That looks like a very good 7-3 from Falco.
I need to find.
It needs to be.
Yeah. And
I think at
it
this
is.
rate he can combat that just because of a timer difference.
I'll pay you in
However, he's gonna need to like keep things strong. He's got to try first try everything, good RNG. He just
Yeah.
can't let things slip.
Yeah, Falco. It's entirely possible as Bej. It's a very nice 7-4. I assume we'll be seeing Zombie Kart 7-5 as well. I think Bej may have gotten lost. I don't know. I thought he got lost for a second. I don't actually know. Is that a
Camera
bigger
on this.
optimization where you just like go right park next to the thing and you warp out of the zombie car?
Maybe, but I feel like the camera and having to like wait for the camera wasn't worth it.
I feel like where the zombie car was precisely didn't help because it like caused the some of the door animation to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zombie Car 7.5, it really does come down to stuff like this.
If Bedge gets his first try, I think it's in Bedge's hands. I don't like that park. What was that? Oh,
It seems to work. That was pretty quick. I didn't really get a good look at the park. It seemed fine to me from what I could see of it, but this is gonna come. I think this is gonna be really close. Does anyone have that 7.5 had no right to work? I have no idea.
28 seconds in it after 7.4, so you know. Yeah, that 7.5 had no right to work, but
It did. Fundamentally, it did.
it kind of like bounced wheelied into a wall again. If Bedge gets his first try, oh, this is close. Oh,
Yeah.
that worked.
The
but it
park
was
did
like,
in fact work, so
yeah, but that
I
was
think your
close to not
suspicions were a
working.
little bit unjustified.
That park was close to not working.
Chicks love it when I do this.
Also, at this point, it's just a meme. Every race to just be like, oh no, it's not gonna work.
It's not the best RNG for Falco, and it's gonna try to re-roll.
Nah, second try is fine, I think.
Yeah, or at least it wasn't the best RNG in the sense that like
Yeah.
it was driving away.
This town is going to pay for this.
Edge
And your
needed
first
that
try
and
for
it-
Veg.
Sweet acceleration.
We're seeing super speedy 7.6.
I think Falco needs first try bridge cliff and maybe super speedy.
That was that was a kind of a wild end to that. I'm not sure Falco.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my, he wasn't the right height. He didn't reset.
Oh.
Reset your car. I think he needed it. Oh.
Yeah. He was able to get into a traffic car to correct it, but
That's lost like 20 seconds. That could be huge.
this is
Falco now
gonna come down to the wire as Falco misses
gets
the
through
first
the
attempt at bridge clip. And the second. Oh my god.
Falco needs this attempt.
Bej is not going for 7.7 out of bounds, which honestly at this point I'm a little bit surprised by.
Oh.
Falco really needs this to work. He's gonna go grab the wrench.
I think it's over.
I think Falco may have lost at this point. I don't know. This might be Bej's to lose.
Yeah, but that's never.
I
Gonna
think that's
work.
it. I think he's gonna, yeah. He's gonna have to restart. That's very unfortunate. A very good. This was a very good showing from Falco until the very end.
Unfortunately, that takes it out of his hands.
Yeah. Bej will have to blow the waste in order for him to win, and possibly even more than that.
Yeah, like if Falco. It's more so in the group sense because if Falco had won this, it was, you know.
Yeah, he was set. He would have went through either way. But
Yeah.
yeah, now it comes down to the outcome of Bej Finn
Finn. Yeah.
and GG.
GG.
I mean, technically Falco still has another minute to win, but that's just not happening. Yeah, apparently Falco is adjusting the angle during bridge clip. Yeah, yeah, you should not be doing that. But anyway, Falco finally gets bridge clip.
You effeminate wriggling spacewads! Imagine that, scared of some harmless nuclear waste. So very
Falco not
harmless.
going for super speedy at all.
Oh, cut your fingernails!
What might have been for Falco.
Yeah. It's difficult to say exactly, but this race would have been a lot closer if Falco had gotten bridge clip the first try. But that does happen.
I think Falco would have had it. Potentially would have had it.
Yeah.
Falco lost so much time, but so disheartening for them.
Yeah. Because this race was really close, and yeah, unfortunately, Falco has officially lost according to the timer.
Yeah. They're not out the tourney yet, but it is hard to see, considering, like, we'd actually have to see, because I think Pelican has the better average time. If Pelican has the better average time, then Falco's out.
Yeah, I don't know what Falco's times are, or Pelican's for that matter.
Because Pelican got a 135, a 129, and a 133. Falco had a 135, a 131. So he's 2 minutes behind for someone.
Yeah, I
We
think
needed a 131 here, maybe better.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Falco with 2 130, 135, a 134, and a 131 isn't enough. So
I think he's out. Yeah.
I think he's
they're
out
out.
just because even if he's tied on one win. GG. And Veg is through.
Yep.
¡Tragad basura nuclear, afeminados gusanos del espacio! Imagínate, tener miedo de unos residuos radiactivos.
So we have the first person through in the group and the first person out in the group.
Aquella adivina tenía razón. Voy a morir en un accidente de mi nave espacial.
Interesting, it took till match 5 to do so.
Yeah. Hello, Falco.
Hello.
Desperately unfortunate there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either going to happen or it wasn't, and I was just accepting that. I do want to point out some things about that run, though. Did you see what happened to the mini-map in Better Than Beef?
Yes, we
Yes,
saw.
we did.
I saw that. What happened there?
The mini-map was being a bit freaky.
Yeah, it was like off center or something.
That's kind of what I was saying. It's like
That's
like
the third
player
time that's
experience
happened to
is
me
like-
specifically, and I don't know why.
I thought
I've
it
never
was you
seen
that
it.
Had that clip in 2.5, but 'cause I swore it happened to you in 2.5 in another instance, like in a clip, in another clip or something.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
I'm not. Don't quote me on it. I don't actually know. I just thought it was a thing that it actually happened.
It is a thing that happens, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's happened to me in I forgot the mission name. Redneck Roundup. This happened to me there, but no one really noticed that one.
Yeah.
And I fell off the monorail L plus ratio in 5.5.
Yeah.
Part 2 was pretty good though. Can't complain there.
I'd say we both got pretty unlucky there on.
Yeah, you. It nearly came down to you missing cutscene skips.
Yeah, I know. I think I would have matched my PB if I got every cutscene skip, but something about this tournament, I've failed every single cutscene skip every time, so...
Yeah. Perils of playing on
I think you would
200.
have just been like behind it thanks to the 7-7. I think it's
Yeah.
roughly 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 5, I think.
Yeah, and you were 4 minutes 5 behind going into 7-7, so it was like
Yeah,
a
that's
grandpa
right.
kind of cost.
Yeah, that's... I was so scared, bro. I thought I'd messed it up, but...
But
Yeah.
luckily for you, you're through.
I am now.
And the next race between you and Finn is pretty much winner takes all, because if you win, you're top of a group. If he wins, he's top of a group. And if he loses,
There you go.
he might not qualify.
Damn.
Does it depend on
yeah.
I did not realize that.
Or does it go?
Yeah, it's Finn. Depends on Finn's time, because it goes head to head if it's 2 people. Then it goes straight to DNF if it's 3, and then average time. Which unfortunately, Falco, you're no longer able to qualify to the next round. We worked out.
Well, that's the first time I've not making it to the knockouts in a tournament. I want to point out one more thing though. I got robbed of Ellie strap, the Yelly push.
You needed to continue blocking Swigum.
Yeah, the
like,
highway
to prevent
push,
him from going back the way he came.
Yeah, you got him in, but you didn't do what you needed to do after you got him in, I think, was the consensus.
Can we talk about Bej's baby van?
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was so stressed. I was like, I'm gonna fail the mission. How have I done this? That was the weirdest thing I've seen in my life. Oh my lord.
Yeah, because you just couldn't quite get into the.
I know. I kept hitting the gazebo. Oh god.
I'll have to have a look at it.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was definitely something. Like shit.
No. Don't feel like shit. I was laughing my fucking ass off, dude. It was amazing. Oh.
You seemed kind of tilted after that, actually.
I was tilted, but it was like hilarious, so I couldn't be that mad.
Yeah,
it's that you're tilted, but it's still kind of funny.
Yeah, I couldn't take myself too seriously.
And
After
then,
that.
like, yeah, but your coins, I did not like going into the Krusty Loo room and only grinding 1 box.
Yeah.
It
I know.
doesn't make sense. If
We
you're gonna go
had a
in there
whole thing
anyway,
about it.
just
That
grind all the room. If you're
I
there
just
anyway,
thought
just grind the room.
I just thought, okay, I just need 600. I'm just gonna mission warp because I'll probably need neighbors anyway.
The
Nah,
thing is,
my
I think if
thinking,
you had
but-
grinded that whole room, you wouldn't have needed
Now that I
it.
realize that's
Yeah.
true, and that was very stupid.
I'm just gonna advise you on something, mate. Play Hundo.
no.
Yeah, I'll do it eventually. I want a 125 first, but
But
eventually.
we'll wrap up here because it's almost 5 a.m. for me. So thank you, runners, for a good race. That was really entertaining. Thank you,
Yeah.
Guff, for a restream. Thanks, Being, for your insightful knowledge. And we shall see you next time. Gordo versus Hilbert, 2 p.m. BST, 19th of July, so today. That's going to be an interesting match. Weirdly, Gordo and Toba have both been eliminated already from groups, so this is more of a dead rubber kind of for pride. So hopefully Gordo can get some pride back.
Bragging rights.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll see you
Insane
there.
Gordo's been eliminated. That's just wild to me.
It really is.
Previous tournament winner. It's crazy.
Literally
Yeah.
already eliminated. Damn.
Yeah.